This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 18. And it shall come to pass at the same time when Gog shall come against the land of Israel, saith the Lord power Yahweh, that my fury shall come up in my face. Verse 19. For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. Verse 20. So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence, and the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Ruel, and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 18 through 20, is that I came across this article today brought to you by Newsweek. Now, they wrote the article last week, but the title, the headline, speaks for itself. Gog, known as the Russians today, calls the 1948ers, or Amalek, the problem in the Middle East, and defends the Persians and its allies. And these are the times that we're coming to because the Lord, all right, is putting a spirit on Gog and the Persians and its allies, all right, to go against the 1948ers, Amalek, for what they're doing, all right, for what they're doing on the planet, more specifically in the Middle East. And once again, this is all done through the spirit power Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai to fulfill prophecy, all right, because his words don't go out void. In fact, let me get that real quickly. Came to my mind. Isaiah 55 and 10. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not hither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater. Right. The Lord is using, okay, a metaphor right now, okay? Because when you see the snow come down, it doesn't go back up to heaven, it falls to the ground, that's it. Just like when you see rainfall from the heavens, it comes down to the ground, it doesn't go back up. So he's using this as an analogy, as a metaphor. Verse 11, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Right. So it pleases the Lord, all right, to destroy that land where the 1948ers, Amalek, is dwelling, the land of Israel, because they're imposters, okay, and they're the ones causing the problems on the earth, all right. They are descendants of Esau, Edom, and the Lord is stirring up Gog, okay, which are also known as the Medes, the modern day Medes, to attack 1948. And when you read headlines like this, you clearly see it's coming. So let's get into this article. In a noteworthy interview with an 1948 newspaper on Tuesday, Gog, also known as the Medes, has accused Amalek of being responsible for the unrest in the valley of Jehoshaphat, or the valley of Yehoshaphat, while relieving Persians, and they're also known as Elam, and its allies of blame. Quote, the problem in the region is not Persian activities, Elam activities. Gog ambassador to the 1948 Amalek, and Tolvi Viktorova told the Jerusalem Post in comments later shared by Moscow's embassy in Tel Aviv. Right, so this is an ambassador saying this, which clearly shows that the Putin and the Kremlin ordered him to say this. All right, this didn't come off out of his own mouth due to emotions. This is a clear, strategic move to say this. Quote, it's a lack of understanding between countries and non-compliance with new UN resolutions in the 1948 Amalek and Ishmael descendants and 1948 and Arab conflict. Amalek have steadily annexed and settled across territories deemed Arab by the United Nations, right? And this is all off because that's none of your land, all right? That land belongs to us. That land belongs to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And those 12 tribes consist of today the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, mainly, as well as the Israelite foreigners that are scattered among the nations that look like the other nation. That land belongs to us. That land does not belong to you, Amalek. In fact, the Lord clearly said, okay, who is going to be dwelling in that land? And this is a direct, all right, statement against you. Who is dwelling in that land right now? This is Zechariah chapter, 9, and I believe around the 5th or 6th verse. Yeah. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. There you go. Okay, and I'll cut off the pride of the Philistines. So there you have it. So that's talking about you, Amalek. All right? You're not supposed to be in our land. You took that land out of deception. Okay? Balfour Declaration. And if you claim to be to those that are watching this video, if you claim to be Bible scholars or believers in the Bible, all right, you should be looking up the Balfour Declaration, all right, because that's how that the 1948ers got that land and set up what you call today the statehood of 1948, all right? So you need to look into that history. So once again, you don't belong in that land, Amalek. That's why the Lord is staring up Gog, okay, also known as the means to drop nukes on you, because that's where we're coming to, nuclear war. All we're doing is waiting for is the RFID chip, all right, the mark of the B to be made mandatory. And then them nukes fly, it hits you 1948ers, you bastards dwelling in our homeland, and it hits Babylon the Great, which is America today. Let's see if there's any more in this article. But Viktorov dismissed Amalek concerns of Hezbollah plots such as infiltrations and rocket attacks, pointing instead to regular Amalek operations against the group and other suspected Persian assets in countries like neighboring Syria. Right. Oh, by the way, Gog, okay, the Russians today, they didn't forget about what you Amaleks did in 2018. Remember when you were attacking Syria, and then Syria's defense missiles were launched, and then you decided to hide behind a Russian surveillance plane, which caused one of the missiles of Syria to hit it because it was tracking your warplane? They didn't forget that. That happened in 2018, and 15 Russians died. So Gog, okay, has not forgotten. All right. The modern day Medes, which are the Russians today, have not forgotten. So throwing a little history in there. 2018. All right. Go look that up. And Russia blamed you, by the way. Okay. That was reported all through on mainstream media. That's why they're saying this. The Lord is putting a spirit on the Medes, okay, also known as Gog, to attack you 1948, you Amaleks, all right? Because, I'm done with this article. You get the point. Let's go to the scriptures, because this is what the Lord said in Exodus chapter 17 and 16. Uh-oh, what was that all about? All right, bear me one moment. Probably computer's acting up, or maybe it was cyber attacks. There's a lot of cyber attacks going on around here, and that's another thing. The Russians are cyber attacking you dumb Americans. All right, you Americans are going down, man. Babylon is falling. Exodus chapter 17, verse 13. I'm going to start at 13. But the point is in 14 and 16. 14, 15, and 16, excuse me. And Joshua discomfited, meaning weakened, all right, destabilized Amalek, which are you 1948ers, all right, you imposters, you bastards, and his people with the edge of the sword, right, okay? So we've been against you, all right? We've been going to war against you since the Ancient of Days. 14, and the Lord said unto Moses, write this for memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Right, we're getting close to it, all right? We're getting close to it. And the book, what's that book talking about? The Bible, the scriptures. All right, and we got to bring out this scripture more often, because we're coming to these times. But before you 1948ers, you Amalekites, all right, get obliterated, get destroyed, the RFID chip, the mark of the B, has to be made mandatory, and it's coming. All right, they're pushing out these vaccinations. They're gonna make it mandatory, and that's gonna coincide with them pushing out the mark of the beast, all right? And they're getting close to instituting their cryptocurrency financial institution, all right? They're destroying the dollar, so we're getting close, all right, to the mark of the beast happening, the RFID chip being made mandatory. And then after that, you Amaleks are through with the nuclear missile. 15, and Moses built an altar and called the name of it Yahweh Nasab, and that means, when you go to it, Yahweh Nasaya, and it means Yahweh is my banner, the name given by Moses to the altar which he built in commemoration of the discomfiture of the Amalekites, right? So this is a banner. This is a sign, all right? When you go to that word Nasa, it means something lifted up, standard, right? And these words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, this is the stand. This is the banner being lifted up, telling you Amaleks, you're going down. You're going to be destroyed. The Lord's going to put the spirit on Gog, okay, to drop nukes on you, according to Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 18. All right? Because what did he say after it? All right? Check this out. "16. For he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." Right, there you go. So the Lord is at war with you Amalekites, okay? And he's setting you up for the trap. All right, he's making sure that God and its allies pounce on you, and it's coming. All right, and what you're doing is the reason why. Because hey, you're the wicked the Bible speaks of. All right, and they're all wicked. All right, but you're the chief. You're the chief house of the synagogue of Satan. Okay, and you Amalekites, you're being exposed every day for your lies and deception. I got one more. Deuteronomy chapter 25, and I'll start at 17. We'll close out with this one. So yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close to your destruction, Amalek. All right? You could try to use your news media to stereotype and to try to condemn, all right, make our people look bad. But the Lord sees it all right? The Lord has you in a trick bag, all right? He's got you. And he's stirring up these other nations to pounce on you. Deuteronomy 25, verse 17. Remember that what Amalek did unto thee, by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt, right? The Lord didn't forget of the hell you caused on our people when we just got out of Egypt, all right? 18. How he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High, right? You didn't fear the Most High when you were attacking the weak of our people, all right? The vulnerable, the feeble. So the Lord didn't forget it. He saw all that. And so, in verse 19, therefore it shall be when the Lord thy power have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about, which is about to happen. Okay, we're getting close to, all right, finding true rest, because living here in Babylon the Great is not rest. This is hell. All right, this is not rest at all. All right, and you shouldn't be thinking that this is rest if you are a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. Okay, because the history of what this place has done to us, all right, should automatically tell you, yeah, this is not our rest. Therefore shall be when the Lord thy power have given thee rest from thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee for inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it, right? We're coming to the time, okay? We're coming to that time, all right? Because, hey, once y'all go into slavery, you do 1,000 years of slavery, you're going to be wiped out. You're going into fire, according to the book of Job, I believe around the 20th verse, because the wicked, all right, because you are the wicked. And we're getting close. So y'all about to get your judgment, all right? The Lord has already put the spirit on Russia, which are Gog, or also known as the Medes, the modern day Medes, to go against you. And they're already telling the whole world that who's the problem in the Middle East? Amalek, 1948ers. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out of here. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying. Keep praying. Shalom. And the Bible Ball. Shalom.